bought 3 churches so far, converted them to masjids, and now we have one we are buying with a school to make it, because we have to serve the same people. The people who were part of that community, one day they will be Muslims. So we'll make it into a masjid and an Islamic school for our children and their children, inshallah. 100 years ago, they invaded the Muslim world and they built missionary schools and destroyed Islamic schools and masjids. Today, we bring the favor back, turn their churches into masjids and their schools into Islamic schools. Bring the light of Islam to here. We're able to buy ready to go institutions that have been there for a long time, but they emptied out. And now it is time to be filled with Muslims, with reverts, converts. This is an election year, but we're not going to be happy with either candidate. We have to be happy when Islam becomes the best candidate for us. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give Islam the victory in this country.
Guys, hearing this breaks my heart. You may not understand, as a genuine Christian that I am, this particular statement breaks my heart. He said, according to him, that they have bought 3 churches already, converted to mosque. They bought one in school. Do you know what that is? Converted to a mosque. And he said, that one day, those people will be converted to Muslims. You know how they do it. Whether you believe it or not, whether you like it or not, you'll be forced to succumb to their ideology. Now, I see Christians, those who claim to be Christians, on the internet space, and what they are doing is they are saying all manner of things. I even saw a video posted by a so-called Christian rejoicing that in Europe, they don't go to church anymore. That look at on Sunday, nobody's in church. He went there to make a video in church when nobody was in church. He was rejoicing, saying that the Western world has woken up. They don't go to church. And we Christians, we were clapping for him. When he was supposed to be weeping, crying because the church has become lukewarm. These people are buying over the church and converting it to Islam. There is an agenda, there is a plan. One day, those people who refuse to go to church today, they will be forced to worship in that mosque. Believe me, I'm not joking with you. Now, this is where I feel really bad. I feel really sad as a Christian, saying that we don't hold our core value. We don't respect our religion as Christians. We undermine it. That is why you see today, a lot of Christians don't understand the secret things or the sacred things about Christianity. That is why you see churches are being emptied. I was in America and I discovered there's all these old Orthodox churches. When you go there, you will not see any youths, only old people. Few of them will be in church. What happened? Their children have not been shown the ways of the Lord. And when those people die, the church will die. And these guys will come and they will buy it over. We rejoice today because we feel that these guys are not going to church. Oh, the Western world, they're not going to church. Their eyes are now open. Who told you that? They're now lukewarm. That's why Africa is difficult for them to take over, because we are on fire. We don't want that to happen to us. These guys are on fire. Africa is on fire for God. Why the church in Europe are now lukewarm? That's why they are buying them over. Like I said, what you refuse to do today, the God you refuse to worship in church today, you'll be forced to worship another God in the same mosque tomorrow, whether you like it or not. You know how they do it. They don't beg you. You either become or you lose your life. And if you are a Christian, and you still succumb to the ideology that church is a scam, only God will help you. Only God will help you. I will use my platform to proclaim the good news of Jesus. We should not allow this to continue. We should never allow this to continue. We are Christians. We must defend our faith. The faith that was committed to us by our martyrs. We must defend that faith to the end. We must be proud to be Christians. See what he's saying? There are buttery churches. Buttery churches. A church that is supposed to be on fire for God has been bought by Muslims, converted to Islam. What is going on? And you are there clapping for them, saying there is no more church in Europe. You are attacking the churches in Africa. You better wake up as a Christian. Defend your faith. Nobody is going to do that for you. Turkey was once a Christian land. Oman was once a Christian land. Syria was once a Christian land. Today, you know what I mean? Only God will help us.